island of Dawn. Now we'll see some action.
Patience, recruit. Whatever's on that island wiped out the first expedition. It's a graveyard for the arrogant.
Ha! A graveyard for anyone who dares to cross swords with me, maybe. Who's with me?
Count me in. On the day I heard about a mysterious island rising out of the sea, I dreamed I'd see it for myself.
Then you need more ambitious dreams, my friend. Mysterious island equals ancient treasures. Equals the perfect place for me.
By the Titans, that island is huge.
Enough chatter, recruits. Get down there and report for duty. For the Federation.
Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Leon here, and today we'll be carrying on with our quick look at Tera. Now that it's going free to play, I thought I'd give it a go and let you guys know what I think of it and whether it's actually worth investing the time in it. If this is the first video you're watching of my quick look at Tera, you might want to check out the character create videos and the prologue video, which are both linked in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump into the gameplay. As you can see, the quest setup is like most MMOs. The NPCs, or the non-playable characters, actually give you quests and have certain tasks for you to do. In this they're distinguished between the main story quests and then random quests and just little side missions. The UI is quite straightforward and can be fully customizable. As you saw, I could move that minimap anywhere I wanted to on my screen. You can even shrink the size of it if you desired. Whilst holding down Alt, you get a lot of different options come up. Your character screen, your skills, etc. The character screen, as you can see, is quite a basic setup. Just equip item. The skills list is much like that of most MMOs. You can read the tooltips, what they say about the skills, and where then you just have to drag them and drop them onto the action bar. With the way the skills are set up as well, it's very difficult to have a look at what they do while you're in what I would call the action mode, where you're actually controlling your character, and you do have to press Alt, which is a bit of a disadvantage. The quest log is not the most obvious, I would say. Trying to find out what quests you're on and where they are is quite awkward. The inventory system's pretty straightforward, much like any MMO, and the map is very clear. And as you can see, it looks pretty big, and I'm sure there's some room for actual growth in the future. One of the rather interesting features I saw was an actual battleground ranking system, where you can see who's ranked the highest. I'm not too sure if that's European or globally. I would assume it's European. There's also death matches you can join up, which are, I think, pre-arranged battlegrounds, etc. There is the normal battleground systems, which I haven't been able to get into, unfortunately, as I'm only on the trial at the moment, because free to play hasn't gone live just yet. When you run up to an NPC with your quest as well, you press your F button, or at least that's the default action button, and it loads up. Then you jump into the sort of command phase, which is where you can actually move your mouse, and then you have to accept the quests, which does sort of leave it a little disjointed, the same with the menus and your action mode, but it isn't really a problem. See, I'm trying to join the instance matchmaking, and I can't do that either because of the trial. I don't know what level they open up at yet, but none of my characters, the highest is level 14 at the moment, can open them and actually enter any instances. The world itself is incredibly detailed and beautiful. I think one of the best looking MMOs I've played, at least. It gives Guild Wars a good run for its money, and the scenery is just superb. during my time here I've actually found it incredibly busy as well. There's a lot of newbies, as you might want to call them, running around in the starting zone just like me. A lot of chatter in the trade or the global chat about it going free to play and getting a lot busier because of a consequence of that. Talking of the global chat, you might want to ignore that a little bit, because there is a few people with slight potty mouths that actually spam it, and if you're sensitive to foul language you might want to avert your eyes from the lower left corner of the screen. Now that I've been actually given my very first quest to kill mobs, I've just decided check if I'm ready and then off I go. It's a simple killing the, I'm not too sure how to pronounce this, the Giledu, which are basically Trent-like creatures, living trees that wander around the forest here. And for some reason I was given some boots that were a little too high level for me by the quest giver, so I have to actually ding level 2 before I can use them. So let's try and get a bit of experience by taking out this tree. My blocking skills are still atrocious, so I either have to stand and block, because this is the first time I've met these mobs, so I don't know what their attack looks like. I have to sort of react as it goes. And see, lost a little bit of health, so I want to try and steal this, but unfortunately you can't actually take items from the ground that don't belong to you, which I guess is quite useful for possible ninjas hanging around you as you kill mobs, and if they just were going to take everything it'd be pretty annoying. The aiming to attack is still a little novel for me. It takes quite a while to get used to it, surprisingly so. Learning your character's sort of movement, how long it takes for the actual abilities to go off when you press the sort of action button, and then as you turn. And as you'll see, I keep spamming my abilities afterwards because it's just as simple of the click of the mouse button. While I finish up with some of these quests, I thought I might as well go over what Tera's free-to-play model's actually going to look like. They have come out and said that what current subscribers get at the moment, all free-to-play players will get as well, with a few minor exceptions, and they've decided to characterize it like most free-to-play models by having 3 different tiers. So there'll be the free users, which is everyone who starts their account purely on a free-to-play basis. The veteran users, who are players that possibly bought the game and actually bought the physical disc, possibly played for a while with a subscription, and they get the veteran user status, which gives you a few bonuses on the free-to-play players. And then the Tera Club, who are people that actually will continue to pay for a subscription. So rather than taking away things for the free-to-play players, they've actually decided to add things for the people that are subscribers, which I think is a great move. And if you watched my Star Wars The Old Republic's video, you can tell that I'm not much for one making people pay for things that really should be in the game to start with. So players will be limited to 2 characters for the free-to-play, which is more than enough because you can actually get a feel of the game, and a lot of people focus on 1 character at least at max level, and then they possibly branch out, so I don't see that being a huge problem to start with. If you do want more than 2 characters, you can always just upgrade to a veteran account by actually buying the game. It's currently on sale now for half price on their website for 25 euros or just under, which I don't think is too bad. If you want to actually play the game, it might be worth investing in that to start with. So other than the actual subscribers, you might be wondering how they make their money, and they've said that they've got about 15 items as of now that they'll be putting on a premium store for people to buy, and these items won't be pay to win items at all. They're going to be mostly cosmetic items with outfits, mounts, that kind of thing, and then a few bonus items that give extra attributes like increased experience for those that want that little extra help leveling. So as far as a free-to-play model goes, I think most games if they are deciding to go free to play, should do something along these lines, because it doesn't limit anything for those players that do decide to join you, and it really gives them a nice opportunity to really get into the world. And if they like what they see, which they should do if they've made a good game, then they might be willing to actually put out a little bit of money to either go veteran status or to get some of those extra bonuses. Well, we'll wrap up the video now, and if you join me next time, we'll be going over a slightly higher level area where we'll actually be killing a few more mobs, showing off some of the latest skills, and hopefully have my mount then. So see you guys next time. Bye.